Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Descent into Avernus, blood-covered old lady edition. Let's see what's going on. Let's take a quick look at the situation here. So around the corner, we fade back in, and we do the Saturday morning cartoon thing where we get the last couple of seconds of the last bit. We see Sathra skulking around in the dark, peer around the corner to see the island of shirtless dueling men, I guess.
Oh shit, it's Duel Island.
Duel Island. So we see a huge man with a scarred face swinging a great club around, and then a smaller guy with no face attacking with a knife. So you see this, Sathra, we close up on your face. We see your snake eyes like taking this in. What do you do?
I mean, my first instinct is just the Eldritch Blast a nerd because they'd have to go through so much difficult terrain to get to me that I might get to Eldritch Blast them a second time before they even get there. So that would be fun, maybe.
Just kill him. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
it's a dungeon. Everything down in a dungeon is a target.
I'm 60 feet from this guy, so I can Eldritch Blast this guy right over here. It's fine. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up with an Eldritch Blast at him.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. I got to check the passive perception on these guys to see if they're surprised and whether they get to go on this first turn or not. And then all the business will begin. So you got a 12 on your stealth?
I did, yes.
Okay. So the faceless man definitely sees you. And the other guy does not. Big club.
Yeah, but as soon as the faceless man turns away, he's gonna get a club.
Get a club in the face, yeah. So he sees you, and he turns with his like scary skull face, and he sees you, and initiative. Let's roll. Roll that. So I'm gonna let me get the.
Do I roll my initiative or the wolf?
You roll the dog's initiative.
Dog initiative.
Dog initiative.
Yep, because your dex score changes, doesn't it?
I get a 7.
Okay.
Whoops, wrong thing. Sorry, let me just redo that.
Did you roll for your...
He turns around with a scary skull face. Yeah.
What are you doing here? Okay, let me check on what is this old lady's name? Her name is.
I just assumed her name was Blood Covered Old Lady.
Yeah, her name is Blood Covered Old Lady. No, her name is something else, like Namra or something.
Oh, she has a name.
Nebra. Her name is Nebra. It's like Deborah.
Like Deborah.
She's right. If you took Deborah and then you had an evil mirror image, her name would be Nebra. It stands for negative Deborah. Okay, so let me add Nebra to the order. She got what's Nebra's initiative? She's got a plus. All right. Let's see here. All right, Nebra got a 7. Good job, Nebra.
I mean, I think we all did fairly poorly on the initiative roll.
Yep.
Except for whoever that guy in the hood is on
that skull man.
That's right. His name is Vaz.
What?
The other guy's name is Ern. I guess it's short for Vaz Deferens and Arnold, I think is their full names.
What would that be his name?
Why would that be his name? Welcome to the Forgotten Realms. So
you've got Nebra and Vaz and Floon Blackbar all lined up.
That's right. FNX, Zalbor.
FNX, yeah, whatever.
Okay, so Vaz spots you.
I am literally never, ever going to be upset with any GM who's like, oh, his name is George.
His name is Red Bull Soundboard.
It seems like that's all they've done. They've just gone, his name is Vaz Lampshade.
Yeah, so Vaz spots you, scowls, and you can see, I mean, you can't because he's got a skull for a face, but he decides to finish off the big guy before coming after you because he's like, he's just like, I'm almost done with you. And so he turns and I think he probably says like, So, you've got friends. No matter. Our contest is almost finished. And he lunges out with his
So does he have,
weapon.
like, a tongue?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, he just doesn't have a face. I tried to find art, but there isn't any.
Look, he's a magical skeleton. He can talk.
That's because
okay,
it doesn't make any sense.
He is described in the adventure. He's described in the adventure literally as a smaller figure, muscular and bare-chested, clutching a bloody dagger in one hand, a torch in the other, and has no flesh covering his skull. Which is like, you're burying the lead here, D&D. You want to start with the no face and then go from there. Like, torch,
he still
dagger.
has tendons and like
shirtless.
a tongue and stuff. He's just stripped the skin from his face.
I think that's what's supposed to have happened, yes. That he's just like pulled off the skin off his face.
Okay. Well,
Oh, I
then,
see
like,
what's happened here.
I
Like,
was just confused about how he was speaking
Yeah.
and had a bare chest. So he's got a bear's chest.
No, he's like Red Skull, exactly.
someone from Wizards watched one episode of Attack on Titan and got them mixed up. Like the big one's supposed to have no face.
Yeah.
But like,
So small face here with the dagger. He goes after his enemy. Two quick lunges of the knife in his hand, and let's see how he does.
Oh no, he has 2 attacks. Shit.
Yeah. So the first one, quick lunge, is a hit. So this guy takes 9 damage. As he gets slashed across the chest, and then a second slash for another damage. So the big guy with the club, you can see why he's losing this fight. He's too slow, right? He's like lunging at Vaz, and Vaz is like ducking and slashing. And then how close are you to him? 60 feet? Okay. So he slashes at him twice and then looks up at him, and there's a flash of red light from his eyes. And I need to make a wisdom saving throw. And that's a good point. Yeah, I gotta adjust the damage on this here. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna set him here, and yeah, he turns. There's this blood red flash, and you see that flash like reflected on the big burned guy's face, and he needs to roll to resist this attack. So let me roll for him. Wisdom save. He gets an 11, which I think is enough. Yes. No, it's not. Okay, so he is stunned. You see him stagger back. One foot splashes into the water, and his eyes go wide, and you see him like frozen in fear. What is Miffles gonna do?
nothing. Stay under my hat. I don't know what's going on around the corner.
Yeah, you hear fighting, so.
Yep, I'm ready, but
Okay. Now, Sathra, you can unleash hell.
I shall unleash the Eldritch Blast of Doom.
Right, do it.
Which could do a lot or nothing, depending on how well I roll. So here we go.
Oh, nice.
24.
Yes, the 24 definitely hits him.
Screw this guy with 3 force damage. That's what I was looking for. That 3 force damage.
So you hit him with your Eldritch Blast, and he staggers slightly, and he turns and he snarls at you, and he says, "Your turn's next, girl," and turns back to like.
And then with my bonus action, I would like to hex him.
Yeah. All right, he is hexed.
Cool.
Okay. All right.
I should have done that the opposite way around, but whatever, it's fine.
So Deborah
distracted by space.
Deborah over here, she says quietly to both of you, she's like, Oh, it sounds like there's some kind of fight going on around the corner. Maybe this way isn't safe. We should hide in here. And she comes over to this door.
There is some kind of fight. Get up here.
And she's like, I'm just an old lady. I can't. And she like comes over to the door and starts like going to open it. Unless anybody tells her not to.
Nah, she can hide if she wants to.
I can't see her. So whatever.
Okay.
Do not open any other doors. It may lead to more enemies.
Make a persuade check.
Can I make an intimidate check instead?
Yes, totally.
16.
Okay. Let's see here. So, all right. How far did she move?
Is there any blood pools around here I can jump in?
Yeah, oh no, get into this pool of blood. Okay, so you say that, you're like, don't open the door, there might be more enemies. And she takes a step towards Sosorovo, and she says, Very well. Then I'll help finish you myself. And
Of
For God's
course.
sake.
she draws a knife, seemingly from nowhere. There's a puff of smoke,
Yeah,
and she transforms. She transforms into a hideous reaper of ball.
God damn it.
And yeah, so get it together, Dave. There you go. So this is what she actually looks like.
She looks sick.
Yeah, right?
Much cooler than an old lady.
Much cooler.
I was holding in the bull and the torture jokes that
Yeah.
entire chamber, and like,
Yep.
jeez.
Yep. She is here to reap for ball. So she gets to make two attacks. She's going to attack Sosorovo with this dagger. Okay. So she gets a 12 on the first attack, which I believe is a miss.
It is a miss.
Okay, yeah, 15 AC.
Yes, correct.
Okay, and then a second attack with the dagger. 16.
How are my spell slots doing? Already get stabbed once, right? Probably- No. I cast Shield's reaction.
Okay, all right. So she swings at you. You duck out of the way. She flips the dagger over, tries to backswing and stab you, and then you put up your shield, and it bounces off. And then there's another puff of smoke, and she disappears.
What? Just
Oh,
like
you kidding?
what?
She goes invisible.
Now you can kind of see like the water flowing around her ankles.
If she's invisible, the Tressum can see her.
But yes, she
Just
turns
putting it out
invisible.
there.
Yeah.
Well, but how do we communicate that? Right?
Exactly.
During a fight.
So she does turn invisible. You can still see she's still in this square, but now she's invisible. She doesn't have any more move, so she's done. But she can basically she attacks twice and then disappears. Blue Jay, it is your turn.
I'm going to move forward,
Yeah.
and then I will roll at neither advantage nor disadvantage because I'm within 5 feet of one.
Right,
of
because
my
you have pack
allies.
tactics
Yeah.
and yep.
So I will make a bite attack against where I believe her
Leg to be.
to be, and I get a 7.
Just 7. Okay, so you snap empty air. More to the fact that she dodged it than that you didn't know where she was. So, anything else? Wolf
I only get one
November.
attack.
Okay, Sosorovo, there's a scary ball hunter in front of you.
Yep.
I was gonna focus on this other guy, but now I have to come back and deal with this shit back here.
On the plus side, there's 60 feet of difficult terrain between you and
Well, it's like
Skull-faced
2
fuckboy
turns
over here.
of full movement.
yeah, he's
before
gonna have to. I'm gonna get you. Both of you sloshing
Although I have
angrily
a
at each other.
feeling, once he gets there, he's gonna stab the living crap out of me. So
Yeah, probably yes.
Yep. Okay. So you can see she's in the square. God, I can't remember whether I've worked out whether it's better to. Oh yeah, my dagger is my best thing when I'm in melee.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Now we did just talk about this. You have a torch in one hand, your staff in the other.
Good point. All right, I'll chill touch at disadvantage because it's disadvantage anyway.
Yeah.
This one's fine. Fire. It has a 9.
A 9 is insufficient for this invisible foe.
Okay. In terms of how we want to rule this,
Yeah.
Miffles can see her and is in constant telepathic communication with me.
Telepathic communication is not sensing, so you cannot share your senses with Miffles. Miffles can tell you where stuff is.
Well, you can actually, but that's an action, and then you are blind.
Yes, exactly. That's why they're two different things. So you're not seeing through Miffles' eyes. Miffles is not targeting the missiles for you. They're not magic Miffles.
That would be cool, though.
It would be cool. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's cool. I just wanted to like.
Yeah, totally. Yep.
Do I want to take an attack of opportunity? Yeah, I totally might as well because I have shield up.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
How
difficult
long does
terrain,
shield
right?
last?
It is difficult terrain. Yes.
it's like the turn.
Oh,
Okay, so I can only move 10 because I have a movement of
Yeah.
25 and it went round.
And then so you're okay with the attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go.
If she attacks, she's gonna uninvisible. So
That's
that is
hopefully
how
the
it
plan.
works.
Well, she
Unless
doesn't
she
have the
doesn't.
invisibility spell on. She has an ability that makes her invisible. I gotta check and see. There is a condition. I think you're right. I just gotta double check. Yes, yeah. So she lunges at you, sees an opportunity. Yeah, I rolled double natural ones. She does not hit you, and then she reappears here.
Cool.
All right.
There you go. Okay, so big boy over here is stunned and doesn't do anything. At the end of his turn, he's no longer stunned. So he like shakes his head and, whoa, what the hell? And then Vaz looks at him and says, "You should have died on the first stroke, Mortlock." And then lunges at him with the dagger, and
3 turns of full movement.
probably kills this dude, or at least puts him down. Let's see.
Don't do it, Mortlock. Survive.
You're like,
survive.
tank for us, Mortlock. Nope. Down he
God
goes.
Damn it, Mortlock.
So he lunges low. Mortlock goes to block, and then this guy lunges up and like jabs him in the neck with a knife, yanks it out, blood, and Mortlock falls over backwards with a splash, dead or dying in the muck, which means our boy Vaz turns his attention on you.
God.
So he's gonna move. I don't think he has any special teleporty, jumping around powers or anything. Murder. Okay, here we go. So
Stupid Mortlock.
he can go 10, 20, 30 feet.
He could.
Go.
Wait. That was like a half. Because he stabbed that guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, and then he gets 15 feet.
I want to make sure I get as much distance.
Yeah,
as
right. You're just
as
like, get the
possible.
fuck out of here, blasting him with spells. Okay. Miffles, anything to be done?
Yes, actually, since she can turn invisible, I will get Miffles to fly out under my hat, and I guess just would I have to do a grapple to make sure that Miffles could stay on her head?
Yes. Yeah, but the thing is, Miffles can't. This is the thing. Miffles can't dispel invisibility. So Miffles hassling her just as a purely visual cue isn't going to help you any better than the water already will, right?
Okay. In which case,
So, but Miffles could offer aid, right, for whoever the next person that attacks her is.
yes, Miffles will use the aid action on that target.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Cool.
Help. Sorry.
Sathra, it's your turn.
Okay, fine. And I like turn to the other one behind us and like, I guess what like, are you gonna be able to kill that one or why?
What are we gonna do?
It was the old lady. We never expected.
No,
Oh no.
the innocent blood lady.
Appropriate. Yep.
Yeah.
That series of noises.
What's happening
Here's-
around the corner?
Here's my move. Hexblade's curse on the old lady one. And then there's a guy coming and he's gonna fuck us up real good. So if I Hexblade's curse that one, maybe I can take her down quicker. And then just Eldritch Blast as much as I can this other person, because I think I've gotta like move here. Hexblade's curse and then Eldritch Blast.
I'm just
Do
gonna
you have
move.
advantage because of Miffles?
Yes.
So I've just got to check if Hexblade's curse helps me Eldritch Blast the guy.
Yeah. Sure.
It does. So I get bonus damage. So it'll just be +2 whatever I roll if I hit him, I think.
Yeah.
And it'll critically hit on 19s or 20s.
Okay.
So let's just
Big
roll
crit
the
time.
dice. 21
Okay.
on our boy. And by our boy I mean the
This formerly old lady.
formerly old lady.
Mhm.
I'm going to take this
And-
moment to remind you that we have crits and inspiration.
Oh,
that
that's a
people
good point. Yeah.
donate.
How many?
Oh,
How many do we
yeah.
have? How many do we have of like free use ones?
Let me check.
That is a
So,
great. That is a great point. I'll make a little thing. I'll put it on the.
The crit pool for everybody is 6. Sothra, you have 2 that are just for you.
Oh, sick. I use one this time.
And then the inspiration pool, we have 17 for everybody. And then Sothra, you have 2.
Cool.
Wow.
I got sweet inspiration. Can I use a crit on this one that I already rolled, or is that too late now?
No, I think that's fine. I
You
don't
haven't
care.
rolled
Alright.
damage, so.
All right,
Yeah.
sick. I roll
Shield.
critical. Let's roll critical damage.
Yeah, hang on, I gotta put our crits counter on the screen here somewhere. Here we go.
Oh.
When you're ready.
Yeah, sorry. I just want to make sure we know.
I don't want to do it before we're like.
We know how many. I mean, everybody can see, so you can go ahead and roll damage and stuff.
I'm gonna go
19
ahead.
damage. to this
Nice.
stupid old lady. I'm really hoping she just falls over. It'd be really nice.
She does not, unfortunately.
The evil black snake just like leaps out of the sword and.
And I'm
bites
gonna
her.
go ahead
Real
and
good.
track that on the sheet as one of your own.
Yeah, use one of
Yeah,
the.
that's one of my
distance. Okay.
specific crits for sure.
Okay. All right. So you deal 19 damage.
Boom.
Okay.
So I will take that, and it doesn't help me with the Hexblade's Curse right now. I just did extra 2 damage because of the proficiency, so we're good. That's
Okay.
it.
All right. Cool. So the this lady, she's gonna meet the challenge. She's gonna come up here towards you, dagger drawn,
Yeah, of course.
and she's going to attack you. Here we go. So first attack.
You need an 18.
Okay, thank you. Is a hit.
Okay.
For 12 damage.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Yep. Cool.
Yep.
Love it.
And then the second attack.
I'm real glad I have false life.
The second attack is 19
Oh my god!
for 18
Okay.
more damage.
I'm dead! I'm dead!
Wait,
I
does
want to throw like several things across the room right now. This is fucking ridiculous.
18 damage?
18 damage, yep.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
I'm down. Cool.
Okay. And then she disappears. So let's do that. And then let's see. She's gonna go. Okay. So you watch as a trail of like splashes goes from here in front of Sathra to over here.
It would be super cool if, like, at one point in this D&D adventure, we could like be cool and win
Well, you're level 2, so.
fucking anything.
All right. Wolf November.
Okay, so it looked like the splashes ended in front of Sosavoro.
Sosorovo, yeah.
Okay. I look in Sathra's direction and whine, having gone down under the water before. But I'm gonna try and like save us before I save you. I guess.
That's all good.
So I'm gonna, without advantage or disadvantage, attack
Okay.
the square in front of myself and Sosorovo.
Yep.
20?
That's a hit. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
I do 7 piercing damage,
Okay.
and then she has to succeed on a DC 11 strength.
Or
saving
fall
throw.
down. Okay. So you get your teeth in her. And it's a strength save.
Mm-hmm.
She gets 15.
Okay, so she's not thrown down, but it's pretty obvious where she is now. Does she get uninvisible from
No,
taking
she's still
damage?
invisible, but you know where she is.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So Sosorovo, it is your turn.
Great. Cool. She's there. Let's see. How are we doing for these crits and business?
Yeah, right. This is how we get through
you
the only
have-
having 3 people.
It's literally
you
the
have
only way.
one. You have 1 crit of your own before using the
Yeah,
everyone.
I see it.
pool.
I'm on the page as well.
Okay, I just
Found
wanted to
it.
make sure.
Thank you though for collating those. That's super helpful. Let's crit it. Let's crit her. Let's kill this old lady. Screw you, old lady.
Okay.
Take critical damage, you big nerd.
So what do you cast?
My most powerful damaging spell, Chill Touch.
Chill touch. Okay. All right. Roll your damage.
I've got to roll the thing first just to get to the...
Yes.
Where? 6 damage on a crit.
Okay. It's enough. So you
Oh, thank God.
reach out and not touch her because it's not that kind of spell. But yes, yeah, she materializes after dying, right? So you hit her, she staggers back, and then like slowly the invisibility fades as Ball withdraws his favor, and she tumbles backwards and falls into the water.
How dare you betray me?
Anything else, Sosrovo?
I can move 10 feet, so I'm going back towards.
Okay. All right.
help.
So Mortlock, the
Do it,
big
Mortlock.
the big
Crit.
bruiser.
Can I give a crit to Mortlock?
You can. You got 6. If you want Mortlock to critically succeed at this death save, you certainly can.
I don't want to do
I don't think we should use our crits to save an
No,
NPC.
Mortlock's. He's sad.
All I'm saying
about
is
that.
Mortlock was like fighting the other guy, so maybe.
Okay,
We don't
well,
know how long
Mortlock got
he
a
was
6.
Fighting the other guy for.
He got 6.
God
He's
damn
got that's one failed death save for Mortlock Van Thamper. All right, Vaz, glorious Vaz. Let's see. Yeah, he's gonna just push. Gonna push on, so he can go 30 feet. Making our base in a sewer. What the fuck? It takes forever to get anywhere. So he's sloshing his way over here. Ready to kill. Miffles, it's your turn.
So Miffles can make like every action except the attack action, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Miffles
I
is a
think
familiar,
there's-
right?
I think there's specific actions listed in the Find Familiar
Yeah.
spell.
I should paste it into chat. I never play with a familiar because I always get scared they'll get hurt. Oh god, look at the size of that.
Yeah, it's a big spell.
I was just an initiative. Contact, but can take other actions as normal.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, sick. Go Miffles. Save Sathra.
So Miffles is gonna make a medicine check to stabilize Sathra.
Yes.
Oh God, please don't stabilize me. I was gonna crit a fucking.
Oh, okay. Miffles will do.
If I'm stable, I can't help you.
Miffles
I mean, if
puts
you're
on a little
stable-
nurse's cap.
If you're stable, you're still unconscious underwater, and you'll immediately start.
That's what I'm
dying.
saying.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you want to use
Pointless.
one of your 6, one of the crits, because you have one more of your own, and
I have
then
one
we have
more of my
6,
own, which I'll
6
just
public
burn.
crits. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Miffles is going to do some scouting. How far can Miffles fly? 40. Nice. Good job, Miffles.
Okay.
Okay. I can't see through Miffles' eyes. This was stupid. Go back under my hat. Miffles.
Miffles zooms out and then whoop back under the hat. Okay. All right.
And I ask it, like, is there someone around?
Yeah, he's right around the corner.
Okay.
Yeah, he's real close. He's within stabbing distance.
I gotta have like a good Miffles voice here. Let me see.
Which means we're definitely dead.
Listen, no one will ever know that that's Miffles' true voice because they can't hear. They can't hear the adorable kitten the way you can. So yes, there is a dangerous person right around the corner. Look out. Sathra, would you like to spend one of your
I
second
spend my
crit?
last crit to
Hell
crit
yeah, welcome to 1 hit
you
point. You are
get
awake.
I wake up,
Yep.
and then I move away because I can see this dude is close enough to get within stabbing distance.
Yeah.
here.
So standing up is half your move, and then
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I can't hit him because he's around the corner anyway, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna move to here, and I think he won't be able to do all the way move and all the way stab, so it's fine.
yeah, because that's 40 feet of move. He can
Yeah,
get to here on one move.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, the old lady's dead. So Wolf November.
I am going to go in between my friends and stand in front of my friends. I don't know which one I should do.
Be in stabbing range.
I'm gonna
there, I think.
stand in front of Sathra because she's real hurt, and I'm just gonna be like, "Argh!" And I'm gonna hold an action to when that fella comes within stabbing range or biting range. I will do a bite.
Okay. All right. So Sorovo?
I'm gonna back up 10 feet.
Okay.
I guess that means Miffles doesn't move.
If Miffles is sitting on your head, I think that's
Okay,
you move, right?
That's fine. Yeah. I move back and I hold an action to cast Chill Touch on anything that comes around the corner.
Okay. All right. Mortlock is going to make another death save. It's an 8.
Morlock's not having a good day.
No, you don't even know the half of it. Okay, Vaz, mighty Vaz, comes around the corner, which I believe qualifies him for getting chill touched.
That's a nodded head from Dave for those listening.
Get him with the chill touch.
Yeah, chill touch that nerd. You get a 11, which is not enough. No.
Yeah. Cool.
No, definitely not. Definitely not
bad.
enough. And then, so that was what, 10 feet? So moves another. So 10, 20, moves to here. So you can, November, you can bite.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to bite at him. And I have advantage because Sathra is next to me.
No, they have to be next to the target.
5 feet of the creature. Well,
Yes.
I roll a 6 then.
Okay. You snap at him. He pulls back, and then he tries to stab you, angry dog, with his stabbing knife. So here we go. One attack. It's a hit
Okay.
for 16 damage.
I am not a wolf anymore.
Okay. Let me grab your actual token. Boop, 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 boop.
Unwolf.
And you take like leftover damage as.
I'm not sure. Let me check.
Okay.
Yeah, you do. It kind of dips into your health pools.
Oh, you might get knocked down too. Actually, now that I look at it,
If it does, then
because you only have 5 hit points left, right?
yeah, that's why I was staying wolf. Druid. Wild shape. Okay, you revert. If you fall
exactly
unconscious,
enough
drop to
damage.
0 hit points or die. If you take 10 damage in animal form and have only 1 hit point left, if you revert and take 9 damage. Okay, then yes, I do.
So you take 16, which is exactly enough to do both, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you come back, but you're dying.
Cool.
And and there's no one else to attack, so he's done his turn. Miffles?
I use the flies up, uses aid.
Yeah, just gets up in his face. Okay, perfect.
I have to.
Okay. Sathra, it's your turn.
So I got 2 ideas. One is shoot the beam next to him and hope that fucks his whole day up.
Mm-hmm.
The other is try and hit him. That's really it. That's all I've got. I'm thinking beam because I'm pretty sure hitting him's gonna do fucking nothing. Mr. Skullface is
Probably the same creature as she was, judging by the tokens.
maybe.
So he's got somewhere around 30 health.
I mean,
you've got advantage on the hit, or you can just take a crit again.
Yeah.
We got 6 crits, and I have a feeling you're going to use like a fair chunk of them in this fight.
And by a fair chunk, you mean all of them?
It might well be, yeah.
Yeah. So actually,
we also have advantage. Blue Jay, how many like free advantage do you have floating?
17. And Sathra has 2 of her own.
Excellent. Okay.
Okay. Well, if I'm gonna go for a crit, I'm gonna go for the good crit. So I'm gonna like move in to get him with my sword. I think that's the only maneuver.
Okay. I'm gonna get that number from you one more time, Blue Jay.
Yeah. 17.
We have 17. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So you currently have 17 out of 17. Not
Okay. So I will.
Oh, and Dave, you saw that Miffles got an inspiration for themselves,
Yep.
right? Okay.
Cat has inspiration.
Catspiration. Excellent. Okay.
So I will critically hit with a critical hit on this nerd because I feel like we have to.
Okay, and this is one of the pool ones.
Down. Also, people are saying hexes on this dude. No, it isn't. I went down.
You were unconscious.
Everything is gone. I have nothing. So.
Yeah, this is one of the 6.
Okay, so you have 5 left. You automatically crit with your weapon. Okay.
Yeah, so I will hit him with the old longsword, which means I gotta do. I'm just gonna roll it manually because it won't roll the right amount of stuff.
Yeah, totally. That's fine.
So it should be that, which I roll a 7.
Oh, 7. Rough.
Oh my fucking god. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I hit him for 7. That's my whole wasted fucking. Go ahead.
Okay. November. Let me put you back on the initiative order.
Right. So I
death
went
save.
underwater.
Yeah.
But I was dead and not unconscious.
Yeah, you're suffocating.
So, right. So I'll just make a death save.
Yeah.
I get a 3.
Okay. All right, that's one failed save. Okay. All right. So Strovo, your turn.
I will crit him with chill touch.
Okay, and is this one of the main ones or one of yours?
Yes, there are no more.
There are no more
remaining,
personal ones. Okay.
Except
Yeah,
for
I
Brent
hope,
has 4.
hope that's okay. It feels like the only way to balance these encounters currently. So I'm just going to burn through them as fast as
We
humanly
have to.
possible.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Is there a way to just go straight to the damage without rolling the?
I don't think so.
You can
think
manually
so.
roll the damage.
Yeah, you'd have just have to be like /R and then
roll
do the thing.
damage. Cool. That's a 1, and that's an 8. For 9 damage.
9 damage. Excellent. Okay. All right. Hang on a second. There we go. Okay. All right. Mortlock, unless you want to use a crit to bring him back, he's about to make another death save. Let's see how it goes.
Morlock can suck it for all.
Morlock gets a
killed us
success.
if you
That's
tried.
buys himself one more round of life.
Hey.
Okay. All right. And then Vaz, Mighty Vaz, is going to, and I think you can use your advantage as disadvantage on rolls against you if you want. If that's something you feel
this
like
guy.
doing.
He gets one of my personal inspirations.
Yeah, you're gonna use one of yours to give him disadvantage. Okay.
Suck it, nerd.
All right. So he attacks.
Okay, he'll hit me for 20 damage. Anyway.
He gets a 17.
So he doesn't hit me, thank God.
Okay. Yeah, he would have crit if you had advantage on this. So he gets 17 in the first attack.
Cool.
Second attack.
I disadvantage him again.
Okay, he only gets a 25 then.
Oh, fuck you. All right.
Yeah. I rolled a 27 and a 25 on that attack
Cool,
roll.
let's see if you completely obliterate me.
You
'cause
take
that could happen.
9, you take 18 damage.
I am dead.
No, wait. No.
I take my
Because-
full health in damage.
No, it's gonna be double.
Oh, it's gotta be double?
It's gonna be
Okay,
double.
never mind.
Yeah. So you're fine.
Well, but
I mean,
also
not fine.
he didn't do the crit.
That's true. It
damage.
didn't do the crit damage. It was 14 damage. So
All right, cool. Well,
anyway, 6 of one half dozen
I
another.
had
It's more than one.
HP,
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right. Miffles is still flying around his head. Sathra,
I
you crit your death save. Come back.
crit a death save and I hit him.
Okay.
I guess with advantage, because fuck, I'm just gonna burn through all the resources.
I mean, you might as well, right?
You already
Like, I
have
have-
advantage from Miffles.
Oh, I already have
so-
advantage.
Yes.
from
Yeah. Miffles is giving you advantage.
I don't need advantage. I'll have it myself. Here we go. I get 23.
Nice. That is definitely a
And
hit.
I hit him for 12 damage. It's better than
Okay.
my crit.
All right.
Real good.
Got him for 12. Okay. So you are now standing up and not dead. You got 1 hit point. Okay. All right. November.
I mean, if we're just gonna burn through these, then I guess.
Yeah,
I'll
you-
crit.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
should.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, the problem is too, if you don't, you might roll a 1 and die. So
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's better that they're going away quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just burn through
I mean,
them
they're
all.
here to use. So
Okay.
Hopefully, they will last us long enough until we get into Avernus because apparently it's better balanced there. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, hell is slightly better balanced. I'm not really sure why the beginning of this adventure is so aggressive. We'll talk about it a bit at the end. We'll leave some room because I want to talk about an ability. I want to talk about an ability these ball dudes have that I think is
all right. Well,
dramatic.
I'll get up at 1 hit point, and I will frostbite this fella.
Okay. For 6.
He makes a DC 13 con save.
Oh, right. He's gonna make the con save first. Okay.
I don't know how good their con is. I don't have any of my spells left. So
I got
Me neither.
I got 23.
okay, then I do nothing.
Okay. All right. So Sorovo, it is your turn. Yeah. A cool Bane worshiper rides by on his magic mount.
I mean, this guy is doing a Hell Rider cosplay. Let's use some advantage on an attack.
Okay, and then is this one of your own, or do you want to take? Is this coming from the big pool?
I'll use one of mine.
Okay.
Oh, this is an inspiration here.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
16.
That's a hit. Yep.
Okay. Let's deal him 6 more points of necrotic.
He can't have that much health left.
Excellent. He's getting pretty close. Yep. Anything else, Sosrovo?
Nope.
Okay. I got to roll for Mortlock. Here we go.
You can do it, Morty.
No, he's dead.
Oh. Never mind.
Okay. Okay. Vaz.
Okay, here it comes.
Who's probably instead thinking, why won't you die? And he attacks.
Okay,
we can die now.
It's okay. I've been thinking the same thing.
Attacks Sathra.
Cool.
Gets a 18.
That's a hit.
Okay. You take 18 damage. So
Okay,
down you go again.
Down again.
And then one for November.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, these last 2 crits will get us back up.
I got a 20.
Yeah.
So I hit you for 18.
13. Yeah. So I am also.
Okay.
Jesus.
Back.
So what is it? The dead
18.
dead? Is it when it is the amount of my?
No, it has to be double the amount of your max.
Okay, because he just did the amount of my health.
Me too.
It's
yeah,
fine.
Okay.
Multiple times.
It's fine. Okay, Miffles still hassling.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So Sathra, your turn. You want to use one of the?
Of course, yeah. I used the critical to.
And then November, you're gonna use one too.
I'm sorry.
You're gonna use a crit too when it's your turn to come back.
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe we'll see how Sathra's turn goes.
If he did negative my entire HP, I think I'm just dead.
Don't worry.
No, we already had that. We
had that conversation
about my HP, and
we're
that's
carrying on.
Okay.
Okay. So it is and it's so funny how confused Chad is about how that actual rule works.
It's not actually how it works. You guys are wrong.
So we're
it's
using
double.
the last. 2
Well, so don't worry about that. But anyway, Sathra, you used one, and now you're up.
Okay, so I hit him with a sword at advantage. Is it Miffle's advantage or is it
Miffles is giving advantage to you because you're the next person in order.
All right, thick deal. 19.
You hit.
I hit him for 11 more damage.
So
Please
close.
Die.
He's not dead yet.
Die. Okay.
November.
I think I have one cantrip that doesn't require him to make a.
So you're gonna use the crit and get up, right?
Yes, I have to. Okay, that's on a hit. And then he's slowed, but that's not going to help. So I'm going to use Primal Savagery. Is a 16 a hit?
It is, yes.
Okay, so I grow cool ice claws.
Oh, rad.
And slash at him for 8 acid damage.
Sick.
Okay, now he dies, yes.
Oh, thank God.
So you slash his throat, and he grabs it and tumbles over backwards. Splash into the water.
Only took us all the crits we had.
Yeah. But hey, you still have 17 inspiration. You can flop around.
Can you imagine trying to do that without?
It's okay because I was worried about taking all the crits when Bryn wasn't here, but she was donated for.
Yeah, Bryn has a little pool of her own that she'll use later. But yeah. So.
Oh Jesus. Okay, cool. I loot the guy.
Yeah.
Skull face.
Do that.
Okay. Let's see what he's got on him. So Vaz. Let's see here.
Take his stupid skull head.
His whole head.
Rip his whole stupid face.
Yeah, I'm taking his head off. It's mine now.
Let's take a look and see if he has anything on him. Obviously, he has his knife, his little squiggly stabbing knife.
Cut his head off with his knife.
And let's see. Blah blah. It doesn't look like he has anything on him. Yeah, he just got his knife because he was in the middle of a shirtless knife fight.
What the fuck? This guy has no. Okay, well, there's got to be loot in the room for sure. Let's go there.
Yeah. Maybe the guy he just killed.
Yeah, more.
He did have a big stick, so there was that.
I realize I'm at 1 health here, so I don't know if we should. Yeah.
Let's head out and rest. And
short rest. Yeah.
I think we need a long rest because I think we're all out of spells as well. I'm certainly out of spells.
Yeah.
I think you're out of spells as well, and you regen on short, but I think November might be out of spells as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to pause this little place. Check back in with our contact. Well, see if Thingy got home safe. Stay overnight. See if she sends someone to us with a bunch of healing potions and magic swords to help us kill everybody else, because I think we need them.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go in and check on the Duel, see if there's any loot on Duel Island.
I'm worried that Duel Island is actually like all the corpses are actually fake Merkelites. And
that's also possible. Yeah. I mean, they are
that's
lying
kind of
face down. They're lying face down in like several feet of water, so it'd be a pretty good trick if it is secret Merkelites. But
I think it's a battle royale. Like I feel like everything in this dungeon is kind of like a pop culture reference. So this is probably just like a little battle royale arena, and it's shrunk down to just the island, and they're meleeing each other because they ran out of bullets. So I'm happy to check it out because I'm still at full health, which is not many health, but I can walk first.
I'll go with you. It's fine. We'll check it out.
Yeah, we can check this out. And apparently it's a secret exit as well, so you might be able to get to
God, I went through the wall.
No, there you go. I got you.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, this room, like I said, it's big. There are several exits as you come in. You can see one over here, one on the north, one down here leading up, and they all lead up out of, you're in like the bottom of like a sort of trough. And yeah, you see Mortlock's big dead body up here. I have a handout for him, even though he's dead. And I think I'm just gonna tell Sathra, you've been around. I think you recognize this guy. Now that you get a closer look at him.
Mortlock?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So let me show you the handout. Let me show you old Morty here, and then we can talk about it. So here's what definitely legally distinct from the Hound, because look, he doesn't have armor or a big sword. Mortlock, and you recognize Mortlock looking now upon him.
Wait, is this the son of that lady?
Yes. So this is one of the children of Duke Thalamra Van Thamper. Mortlock is generally considered by his family to be, well, you know what? Roll history, and I'll tell you what you know. You recognize him as being a scion of House Van Thamper.
Cicero, please take the history check because I don't.
Yeah, and you can assist me on it.
Of course.
Yeah. So the two of you come over and like look at this dead body, turn him over.
Yeah, kick him over. Let's see what we know. We know 21's worth.
Okay. So 21. So he has two older brothers, Amric and Thirstwell.
Thirstwell.
I hope he's not one of the ones drowning.
His older brothers, two older brothers, Thirstwell and Amric, and then their mom, Duke Thalamra. He's in his, or was, I guess he's dead now. He was in his late 20s. His family views him as, they treat him as a bit of a simpleton. He's not he doesn't get invited to parties or anything. Half of his face is badly scarred. It's a childhood disfigurement. But what he is doing down here, fighting with these Baalites, hard to say.
I mean, he's a Vanthamper, so he's probably part of this weird cult because, of course, they're all part of this.
Well, so here's the deal about Duke Thalamra, right? She's got good art too. You want to see?
Yeah.
This is mom.
Yeah, right.
They're a handsome family.
Oh, damn.
So there's mom. There's Duke Thalamra. Though I see her name is written as Thalamra in a bunch of places, so I don't know what. I think Thalambra is her actual name.
She looks like she's pulling up her sleeves to punch you.
Yeah, she's gonna punch you in the face.
She's kind of got a bit of Mrs. Doubtfire energy.
She's the reason why they never found Jack the Ripper, because he tried and she beat him to death.
Yeah.
She's in her 60s. She is one of the dukes of the city. Everyone pretty much knows that she's a widow, three times over. She has 3 kids, but they're all half brothers, right? Thirstwell is from the first husband.
Okay.
Amric is from the second, and Mortlock is from the third. And so she's one of the leaders of the city. So this is kind of a big deal, finding a Vanthamper down here amongst cultists.
All right, I'm going to say we're all thinking it. She had 3 husbands?
I mean, we don't have any handout
Just
art.
because you're not classically
Listen,
attractive
Dave,
doesn't mean you can't have people who love you, Dave.
Did you see?
But look at her face. She's a mean lady.
Mean people get love.
They
fall in love and
shouldn't.
get married all the time.
All
No.
I am saying
That's right. Money buys you husbands.
is, have you seen those guns?
Yeah, that's
She will
right.
knock
Exactly.
the hell out.
all 3 of her husbands were really into muscular old ladies. They all had a
I mean,
Margaret. They all had a Margaret
Okay.
Thatcher.
He wasn't always old. One. And 2,
Disagree.
it's actually not really nice for you to say that someone who's not your kind of person couldn't possibly get married.
That's
wouldn't
that wasn't the
normally be
point.
this man. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I apologize, but also I'm taking what I can at the moment because this adventure is being very mean to us. So I'm just being a little mean back.
Well, the impression that I got was that I wouldn't want to marry her because she looks like a terrifying person who will murder you.
Yeah.
She has 3 husbands, probably because she suffocated the first 2.
Yeah, but Adam, she can also suplex you. So
Would you
that's
like to see her other children?
Yes.
Let's take a look at
Sure.
So here's Amric. Here's Amric. He looks like an
Oh my
upstanding
God.
dude.
This guy's like vampire cosplayer. over
And
here.
let me see if I have art for Thirstwell.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a ball cultist at all.
Let's see. Thirstwell, where are you? I think I have art. I don't know if I have a handout. Let me take a look.
Yeah.
Player handouts, named creatures.
Amric has definitely killed before.
There you go. There's Thirstwell.
Thirstwell. Thirstwell looks like he peered into the Ark of the Covenant just like a little, for just a moment.
Yeah.
You know?
She kept having kids until she had a standard D&D party. First one was the rogue, this one's the wizard, and the last one is the fighter. She's got bases covered.
I have all the Vanthampers up on the screen now. So yeah, there's the Duke Thalambra, and then her oldest boy, Thirstwell, I think. Yeah, and then the next oldest, Amric, and then the youngest boy, Big Mort. There's Mortlock
I love them.
Vanthamper.
They're a great family.
I mean, they're very Baldur's Gate, right? They definitely look like Baldur's Gate nobility.
They definitely do.
If they went to Waterdeep, the nobles of Waterdeep would be like, "Oh my, you look like you're from Baldur's Gate."
To be fair, the nobles of Waterdeep were also did all the other stuff that they were that we found out. So
They kind of do look like the Addams Family or the Munsters, any of those. I think Duke Thalambra, since I don't have a handout for him, I think he's dead. Yes, those are the only Van Thampers I have available to show you. So that's what you know. You see the body of Mortlock Van Thamper, and there is no one else around to help. So suspicious, strange and suspicious. Maybe if you had seen Amric down here, it might make more sense.
Yeah, you'd be like, what? Okay, he's like wearing black leather and he has a stabby knife in his hand. Like,
The dude that we just killed mentioned a competition is what made me think that they were like consensually fighting to the death. I don't know, cultists. But like that's what's making me think that. That's my reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he doesn't have, as you examine his shirtless form, he doesn't have any of the ostentatious tattoos that you would usually see on a cultist of Bane, Baal, or Merkel, especially in this sort of period in time where the cults are being much more brazen than usual. He doesn't look like, but also he doesn't have the raw skin around his wrists of manacles. He doesn't appear to be a prisoner either. So if only he would have survived to tell you his story, but unfortunately he's lying face down in the muck.
So, question.
Yeah.
Should we bring that gentleman back to his family to be,
or at least
resurrected?
At least to Captain Zodge, right?
Do we have to take his whole body? He is quite big.
I mean, I could do the thing I did last time.
I don't know.
Look at his soft, vulnerable neck skin.
I understand that cutting the head off of a pirate or thug or whatever she was is not necessarily. She won't be missed as much as the son of a duke.
Fair point. Maybe they.
It's not really about who they are. It's just easier. Oh, do you mean money? Might be worth more money for.
Oh, you mentioned Sathra. You mentioned like going through his stuff, right? Like looting them.
Like if there was a thing in this room, I'm looting it at him.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, none of the other cultists have anything like on them worth stealing unless you want scimitars. If you like scimitars, they got you covered.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But Mortlock, you go through his pockets and stuff. He doesn't have anything on him. Except in his front pocket of his trousers, there is a brass key. And on the key, there is a little piece of like stamped brass, like on a little piece of leather, right on a fob. And on the key, it has the number 104. And on the other side, it has a picture of a crow sitting on the mast of a ship. It's a little like stamp on the back of the other side of the key.
Okay. Is that a symbol I would recognize?
Make a history check.
Like any kind of. Okay.
Yeah, and if you want to show Sosorovo too, be like,
of
you know,
course.
you recognize this?
Hey, do you recognize this?
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, only an 11. I will draw my own conclusions depending on what we get, but.
All right. So I'm sorry. Did somebody roll? I just see your last.
Yeah, sorry, an 11.
You got 11? Okay.
Yeah.
You don't recognize it specifically, but this kind of thing. I mean, it looks like the key to a room at an inn.
Room and inn. I was going to say that or a safe deposit box.
Yes.
Was it the number 104? Did you say?
Yep.
Yeah.
And a raven on a ship?
Yeah, some kind of corvid sitting on the top of like some sails.
Yeah.
Okay, so we find this inn, and we open his room, and he's got plot relevant information inside. Or money, even better.
It looks like an inn key or something.
Are we just going to leave him down here?
That wasn't the plan. We bring his body to Zodge.
Right.
I'm sure Zodge will be real happy.
Yeah, and looking around the room when you take your assessment, you notice that all of the other cultists have like. They're lying at weird angles, like their arm is broken. You see one of them, his head is like twisted almost all the way around. Like it looked like
Mortlock fucked these guys up.
Yeah, Mortlock was outnumbered 5-1 and managed to get all the other dudes down before he was killed by Vaz.
Well, he should have killed Vaz first, obviously.
Yeah.
That's not how it was written.
If you're happy to carry him, then I'm totally fine with you doing it. It was more
Sure.
an in-character thing to just cut his head off because that's what we always seem to do in this group.
Head is a lot lighter than a whole body, especially Mortlock's body. But if you want to get like a ransom, it might be weird coming back and be like, here's your kid's severed head. I cut it off. He was already dead though. Like trying to explain that to that angry lady.
Should we first find the nearest way out, or are we going to retrace our steps?
Oh, yeah. Shopping on the way out. I remember. You mentioned that last time.
Oh yeah, there's also this little room up here. Let me tell you what's going on up there. So up those stairs there's
a CR7 monster just standing there.
That's right. It's a pit fiend, and he just kicks you in the face, and you die instantly. There's actually no more adventure. That's it. Like you come into this dungeon and you cannot escape. If you get upstairs and you leave, you get turned into ash. This is the whole adventure. Sorry, it's very strange. Okay, so
the descent into Avernus is just referencing.
Here's the thing. Now I know you were upset that Vaz did not have any loot, and I know you were bummed Mortlock wasn't carrying around a bunch of money. A short flight of stairs leads you up to a circular chamber with 4 padlocked wooden chests piled in the middle of it.
Sick.
Oh baby.
4 chests?
No.
4 padlocked chests. Yes.
They're made of wood?
Yes.
Can I just like attempt to, I guess it's like a chest is made so that you can't just like whack it and it opens.
You need to unlock the lock on the chest. Yeah.
Wasn't there a key?
Yeah.
There is. Yeah, you got a key ring. You got it off a bucket, but you got off Buckethead.
Yeah, I produced the key ring and give it to November.
I look.
Mm-hmm.
I look at all 4 of them. I look at their chains. I look which way they're
which
facing.
way are they facing? Yeah.
One of the chests sneezes.
Oh shit!
No, they. You can make a perception check if you want. If you want to examine them.
Sorovo,
you're from the Underdark. You probably have a good working understanding of like scary monsters and stuff. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah. I'll perceive them and I'll prod them with Mage Hand because it does produce force.
Yeah,
so
five
like
they would feel like something
touch
pushing
it,
on
and
it. Yeah.
Go,
Okay. No, the chests. The chests all seem like inert chests to you.
Not mimics. Doesn't mean I can open them though. Right now.
Keys. The
Right.
keys will do it.
I will try the keys
that part.
Sathra hands me on the nearest chest.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You got to find the right key and then open it. So these chests appear, aside from like having a little bit of sewer muck on them, they're very new. You can tell because the key, the place the key goes in the keyhole, it's not scratched around the outside at all. There's maybe some minor dings and dents from them bringing them down here, but these chests all look like they're all the same. It looks like they were bought from a merchant at the same time. They're all in fairly good condition. And you open the first one, and there are literally thousands of copper pieces in it. It is very, very full of copper pieces.
Man, everybody does their loot in change, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tons of copper pieces. Digging around in them, you find 2 red crystal vials with gold stoppers.
Oh.
You don't know what's in them, but the vials themselves look to be fairly like expensive.
Okay.
So you find that in the first
I'll
chest.
leave the copper and take the vials.
Okay. Okay. So there's the copper. There's the 2 vials. Yep. So write down 2 red crystal vials. Also make note of where you got it in case I have to look them up again before you figure that out.
What's this room?
The room is 30 in the Dungeon of the Dead 3.
Okay.
DD3.
Okay. You want to keep opening chests? Okay. Another chest contains at least 1,000 silver pieces, plus a handful of gems, eye agates. They're worth 10 gold each, and there are 10 of them.
Okay, so 10 eye agates.
Mm-hmm.
And you
I'll
use
take
them in
those.
engineering to make scopes, I think.
And they're worth 10 gold apiece.
Yes, they're worth 10 GP each.
Okay, I'll leave the silver and take those.
Okay. The third chest also contains a mix of copper and silver coins, mostly copper.
Mhm.
But resting on top of all of the coins is a delicate porcelain mask in the shape of the face of a dragon.
Ooh.
Put it on.
I
immediately.
like put it in front of my face, but I don't put it on my skin. And I'm like, look, Sathra. And then I make like what I assume is a dragon noise, but I've never seen a dragon.
Wow.
That's a cat.
Rah.
Yeah. So you find a dragon mask.
I'm like,
inside.
why are you, like the Sathra's expression is an expression of why are you showing me specifically?
Because I don't know, you're the one that gave me the keys and seemed interested in loot.
You're also
Wow.
a reptile.
So
I'm glad we
November,
found something.
the dragon mask, regardless of what other abilities or whatever, if it's magic or not, it's
Okay.
worth 25 gold if you just flat out sell it for the material.
I'll put that on, not on my
Mhm.
face, but like on my sheet.
Porcelain dragon mask. Yep. And the last chest contains very few items, but inside its cushioned interior, there is a bronze crown. The
Ooh.
crown has around the front of it 5 spires, right? Each short, and then one in the middle is long. And the spires are shaped to resemble the neck and head of each of the 5 kinds of chromatic dragon. So black, blue, green, red, and white.
Oh, cool! It's Tiamat's
More
crown. Great.
dragons.
It's good.
I
Yeah.
want to put it on. I want to put. Not
I
right
like look at it and I like look at the things and I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. But I put it in my bag with other stuff and I'm not
Okay, cool.
I'm not stupid enough to put on an item that I haven't like analyzed yet.
now. Oh, one weird magic cult has someone else's cult crown. I don't know. Do they cross pollinate?
It's probably thieving. Honestly.
Cult wars.
Well, there's quite a bit of coin here if anyone wants to. I'm considering we're
Unfortunately, I
carrying-
don't actually think we can carry it.
Considering we're carrying that fellow, I don't either. So I'll
we'll
just take the items.
We can come back with the sack.
You know, considering how close I've been to death, I'm not super fond of
Or
coming back down here.
we could inform the Flaming Fist that there's a bunch of.
Oh, they'll take it.
That's what I'm saying. For the goodwill of some gold from them, they can have all the inconvenience of silver and copper.
But how much is their convenience worth?
Well,
Not as much as my convenience because I don't give a shit.
we can discuss that
Yeah, fair
later.
Yeah.
But now I think that was all that was up here. Can I look around and see if there seems to be an exit? That's another like secret one or something.
I mean, there's lots of other exits. You want to search the back walls of this room?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
just
make
wanna see
a
if there's, like,
perception check.
A secret way out here because
Mhm.
we've had a lot of secret ways. 19.
You find no secret doors.
Okay.
Nothing secret leads out of here.
All right. Well, I don't think this is the way out.
There is another staircase to our north.
And east.
Do we want to just backtrack? It might be like
That's
safer.
the question.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just have a quick look.
Betty. I'm just imagining I take a quick look and there's a million skeletons or something.
I see a pentagram on the floor.
So you're gonna peer into that room. All right. So up the stairs, around the corner in that room, you see, let's see, burnt torch stubs littering the floor of this hall, the western end of which is occupied by 3 6-foot-tall painted wooden statues. Each statue stands atop a 2-foot-high block of red stone, making it look taller and foreboding. The center statue, which you can kind of see over here, resembles a heavily armored man whose face is hidden behind the fearsome visor of his helmet. He's painted red except for his right gauntlet, which is black. Clutched in that gauntlet is a blood-red spear pointed upward. The statue to the north depicts a purple-garbed male noble wearing a harlequin mask and holding something hidden behind its back. You cannot see details, but there is a third statue around the corner.
There's a puzzle or something up here. I don't want to do it.
Yep. There's also on this side over here, when you looked around the corner, there is I believe a tapestry hanging there by the
Boy,
wall.
has disgusting mold behind it that will murder you if you touch it. So let's
So-
It's covered in murder mold.
I accidentally, and you can feel free to punish me for doing this. I pulled my token up far enough so I could see this, but I didn't let go of it.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So the thing is, this is a curtain that's drawn across across an opening. Yeah, it's not meant to be there to block you off. You can see that there, like the curtain doesn't touch all the way. Maybe it's pulled part way back. You can see there are crates in this other room. It's like a storage room of some kind. And yeah, you spot a big rat like scurrying around inside.
Oh, it's a rat.
It's a rat.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see movement, and you're like, ugh! And then, probably the link between you and your Tressum companion, you feel a sudden urge to hunt and hunger.
Just the claws go into my scalp.
Rat. Yeah.
Looks like a storeroom and the other room, so maybe not this way.
No, not this.
Well, if we're peeking, I'll take a quick peek over here.
Okay, so there's a door here in this corner, and then over in the other corner, you spot a wooden crate. The crate is partly open. It's sitting kind of cracked open.
Another crate?
Yeah, it's sitting over here.
Well, I'll keep my eye on the door, but I want to take a look-see at the crate.
Okay. So you look at the crate, and it's mostly empty. It looks like it was used to store torches. There are at the bottom of the crate, let's see, 5 torches left.
No, I don't need to take torches. I'm not a dog anymore. I won't touch it or the door. I'll just come back and be like, I don't think that this is the way out either. It appears all 3 of these stairways.
I think if we're taking Mortlock, it's time to backtrack.
All right. Well, let's do that.
There is probably... Oh no, we couldn't trust her. If there is one, I don't want to do the whole touching around the walls while with this.
I mean, the person who said there was a secret door and a way out was the person who also jumped and stabbed you. So I'm not particularly trusting of their information at this point.
So I know that Bryn can't do anything, but can she at least help us to carry this dude?
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Like, if your plan is just to pick up Mortlock's corpse and get out of here, you are welcome to do so.
Okay.
I think that's the plan. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, go on ahead and do that. I'll take Mortlock for you. So you slog back, having been soundly pummeled. You slog back through this long tunnel into this corridor where you branched off to the south to meet the old lady. You come around the corner, wave hello to Efanak Zalbor. Continue past the zombie murder chamber and into another sludgy hallway, which leads north from here into the stinky room. And by this point, let me fix your light because your torch has gone out, Dave.
Right, it goes back to...
So I put you back to your normal sight.
I think we didn't go up this stairway.
You did not go up that stairway.
This way. I feel like we went this... Yeah, there's Buckethead.
That's correct. So you come around here, there's Buckethead's corpse.
And then it's back this way.
Yeah.
From what I recall. Oh, yep, there's
and so you're back into I was about to say the 3-way chamber. I don't think it's ever been used for that, but that's fine.
Down this hallway, into this room, out the stairs. I did it. No one's dead.
You get back to the stairs. Okay, so let me move everybody back up to the bathhouse. And then before you do anything else, I gotta roll something. Hang on a second here, Sathra. Okay, also, I think, did we leave your cat behind? Yeah, we did, sorry.
Okay, we can just bring him back when...
There you go. Okay, all right. So you come back upstairs into the bathhouse, and just gotta check on something real quick.
They can't have come in. We put up police tape.
Nobody would ever violate that. Okay, all right. So you come back up through the secret door, push it open, and step out into the bathhouse.
Oh god.
Itself.
Okay, we should find Captain Zodge. Maybe I'll just find a Flaming Fist member and send for him again.
I could actually use this bathhouse now, but it reminds me of it.
Not the time.
Considering that we rid it of the staff, I don't know that we should linger. Also, we didn't clear the entire dungeon. There could be cultists coming up behind us.
Close the door. That's a good point.
It's best if we leave altogether, I think.
Let's go.
Fine.
Okay. So when you come to the door, hold on before you go running out.
Sorry.
You come to the door. I have to show you something. So when you reach the door and you open it, I didn't put the thing back over, but as you open the door, we see outside there are some people in the courtyard.
Oh no!
So as you emerge from the bathhouse, 5 figures leap down from the top of the courtyard wall. I think some of them are already in the thing, but some of them are like crouched on the wall and they like jump down. So there are 5 of them. In addition to their black leather armor, they wear strange masks and cloaks that give them each of them a vaguely dragon-like appearance. All 5 brandish curved steel blades reminiscent of dragon claws.
No. I got this. I take.
Hang on, before you get to say anything. So you open the door, you see this. One in the front, under his mask, says, "You who have stolen what is rightful." Wait, hang on a second. No, November, and the mask comes up. And under the mask, you see the familiar face of Altus the cultist, who, as we know, betrayed the group of you some months ago during a terrible plan to overthrow one of the noble houses. So Altus pulls his mask up and he's like, "Wait a second, November? Hey, what?"
We got you a letter about have a nice life. So far, it hasn't been great. But
And he turns and he looks at the other cultists and he's like, "Guys, I know these people. We you know what? It doesn't matter."
Together.
And he turns and he's got his knife and he's like, "You don't worship Bane now, do you?"
oh no, certainly not.
No, we love. Looks at them. Tiamat.
What? No, you know.
So
that
one
I
of the
worship
cultists nods
Laurel.
like, "Hey, that's our god." And then Altus like elbows him and he's like,
No. We don't worship Tiamat. Aldous knows us. He knows I worship Oral.
and he nods and he says, "Yeah, well, this is awkward. What with the betrayal and everything, and honestly, you all don't look so good. Listen, nobody needs to get stabbed or burned or frozen or sacrificed or anything. We could all just." Now, I'm gonna tell you this because we've got history, but if you lie to me, I'll be able to tell. It's one of the gifts that Tiamat has bestowed upon me, so don't lie. I'm gonna ask you an important question, and I need you to answer it honestly. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to stab you, and they're gonna have to stab you,
You don't have to threaten.
and
me,
everybody's gonna
Aldous.
die. Yeah, so...
I wouldn't lie to you.
And he squints, and he's like, "Well, you're not lying now, so... unless you are."
No.
And so he nods, and he says, "All right. So, we're here to get some treasure back. And, well, me and my friends, we can sense where that treasure is. Some of it's downstairs, but some of it..."
And I like pull the fucking mask out like this.
And so the others, they all like make a secret, like, that they see, and they're like, blessed Tiamat. And they make a sign. It's probably like some kind of like, she's got 5 heads. Or maybe they do a little like, Tiamat. Right? Like, the many heads of Tiamat, mighty mistress of the darkness.
They stand behind each other and they poke their heads up. Like,
Yeah. So they make a sign when they see like a holy artifact, and Altus nods and he says, "That's right. And the crown too.
Oh, yep, I have that.
And those potions."
Come on.
Sure. I mean,
It's
I was
really-
really
We had
hoping
to
that they
kill a
were.
bunch of people. Can't we just split it a little bit?
And he shakes his
I
head.
was hoping that these were healing potions.
He shakes his head and he says, "We have to come back with everything or else." And there's like murmurs of like, "Or else, yes, or else it'll be terrible." and he says, honestly, you all did us a huge favor here going down in there and I assume killing all those cultists. So that's really, Tiamat and I, we really appreciate it. Mighty 5-headed glorious demon goddess that she is. It's very nice of you. And
from what I understand, and I look back at Sathra, we've done you a favor, right?
well, you haven't really done us a favor. You've
you
kind
would
of
have to
done a
go
favor
down
for
there.
Tiamat, glorious and scaly that she is in the deepest of the abysses.
Well,
So,
seeing as we can't go ask Tiamat to repay us for our efforts and near death, you could do that for us instead. I don't need any of these artifacts, but I will need some healing potions soon, and that takes money.
Make a persuade check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't you hate it? When
I'm
you're
gonna
at 1
use my
HP?
inspiration.
I'm going to give you, I was going to say, you can use inspiration, or honestly, I think you have an advantage here because you're just giving him back the stuff. You're not
Okay,
like
yeah,
arguing.
no,
I think
I'll
I think
take
it's
that then.
worthwhile. Yeah.
I get to 20.
Okay. So Altus is like, yeah. I mean, you did save us a lot of effort, and I know I know Fred was really worried about getting killed down there. So, you spared him a lot of stress, and you look over and like there's a slightly, like, all the other cultists clearly like work out and they have their like skin tight like leather outfits, and you look over and like Fred's outfit doesn't really fit that well, and he's kind of like,
poor Fred.
yeah, he was definitely not, he's balanced up on the wall and like trying to keep his balance, and he just nods and gives you a little wave like, yeah, thanks guys.
Yes, well, we didn't have enough brawn to carry the copper and silver, but I got all the items, so you can have them for a little. I don't know how much is 5, 7, 10 dead
What do
cultists.
you-
How many did we kill?
Probably like 15.
Yes,
And zombies.
And
yes, we
some-
killed those too.
And Altus nods, and he says, good. It's what those filthy cultists deserved. Oh, I hate cultists. They're the worst. No proper religion at all.
I'm not gonna say anything.
I agree. Is chaos.
So yes, a payment I think is in order, and then I'll give you your things back.
I mean, that's only fair.
Let's see if I have. No, I don't have like specific art of Altus. It's just a generic like.
And isn't
cultist.
one of the 5 heads of Tiamat about fairness?
Yeah, that's right.
I
Kindness,
look
goodwill,
back to I
gentleness.
look back to Sathra and I'm like, I don't know what a good price is.
So he, so you're saying like give us money in exchange for like giving us this treasure?
Well, I need
Yeah,
some
or, like,
healing
health
potions.
potions.
Yeah, so
potions
he
also
puts
do.
his hands up and he's like, listen, I don't have any money. The cult is a little light right now.
Well, the treasure downstairs.
Yeah, that treasure doesn't actually belong to us, and Arkin will personally rip off my head and shove it up my butt if I don't bring back every single copper piece. It's the principle of the thing, you understand. So I really can't offer you anything in the way of material reward, but the goodwill of the glorious and mighty dragon goddess Tiamat, that's on the table.
Well, you said that this Arkin is the one who wants the stuff back, so maybe
No,
Arkin
we
has
don't.
money
We don't
pay
want
us.
to meet Arkin.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, we don't really face to face. Arkin's a bit above my pay grade when it comes to the hierarchies. So I'm also pretty sure he's in hell right now doing some important cultist stuff for Tiamat. So if you guys could just turn over the treasure, nobody needs to get stabbed. We can all go our separate ways. Hey, wait a second. And he looks, he's like, is that Morlock Van Thamper?
Yes.
So what did I just persuade him to do?
Yeah. what
Not
is it?
murder you and
Not
like be
kill
your
us.
friends, right? If you give him all the treasure, he won't kill you, and then maybe like you could ask them for favors and stuff later, but he can't give you gold. It's not possible. He just doesn't have any.
Oh.
But yeah, he
Yes.
sees the body. He's like, is that more like Van Thamper?
Yes, he was down there also.
Did-
We didn't kill him. He was dead already. delivering him to his family
was-
so that they can
Oh,
resurrect
well,
him or whatever.
hell, now I wish I had something to give you. You just checked a name off my list. Man, this day's looking great. Praise Tiamat. Yes, praise Tiamat. She's the best. Don't you think she's the best? Yeah, what a great goddess.
Wait, you don't like? I mean, he's kind of smelly, but he was in a sewer, so it's fine. Really, he's dead. So,
And he nods and he says, "Oh well, one Van Thamper down."
you don't have any health potions or anything.
And
Nothing.
he shakes his head. He says, "Let
Not
me
even Fred.
look. Let me look." You look over at Fred, and Fred is like, "I can cast Sacred Flame."
Okay. Not
Really
even a
rather you
cure
didn't,
wounds?
Fred.
If you could cast a cure wounds, I'd be grateful. No.
A level 1 spell between this group of them. Not likely.
No, none of
I
them
wish
have
we'd
none of them
run.
have any healing
The
capacity.
real issue here is if I had more than 1 HP, I'd just rip them all a new butthole.
Yeah,
But
that's
I
the
don't.
problem, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah, exactly.
that we
They-
run into them in the dungeon instead
Yeah.
of the other guys.
Exactly. They're actually
Well.
worse off as far as cultists go. They have way fewer hit points and way less cool abilities. So yeah, Altus. So Altus is like, listen, I appreciate everything you've done. If you could just give me the mask and the crown, me and the boys are gonna go downstairs and get the rest of that treasure, and then we're gonna start checking names off our list. And he's like, and he turns around, and he's like, hey, we're gonna have time for lunch now, guys. And one of the guys is like, yes, lunch. And he turns back and he's like, I can't tell you, we're so thankful that you murdered him for us. You got if you ever need anything that isn't money from this particular pile of treasure or really any other money at all, I'd love to be able to help
I feel
you.
like if I didn't have 1 HP, it's at this point that I would be blasting his ass into the
Yeah, you're just like
back wall.
How about information then?
Yes.
You say you have a list of people.
Yeah, it's not a complicated list. It's anybody whose last name is Van Thamper.
And who is it that wants you to kill them?
And they all kind of look at each other and like chuckle like, oh, pff, normies. And he looks at you, he's like, Mighty Tiamat, of course. I mean, not directly. She tells Arkan what to do, and then Arkan delivers visions of his will, and then we, Fangs of Tiamat, carry out his will. So
I've never wanted to punch an NPC more in the face than I do right now, but I'm just like, yeah.
Right. Well,
Cool.
if these belong to you or Arkan, I suppose, then you can have them back. And I'll
Hey.
hand over the 2 items that he said were his, the crown and the mask.
yeah, I mean, he can. So this is the thing. He can magically sense, like if you're gonna hold anything back, he'll know because he can magically sense where the treasure is.
He asked for the crown and the mask.
You mentioned the healing.
He mentioned
the
the potions as
potions
well.
here.
He did. Yeah.
But
We
All right,
gotta give him- we gotta
second
give him all
question.
this stuff.
Second question. We'll hold up the keys with the number on them.
Yeah.
Where's this in?
And he looks at it and he's like, I don't know. Me and the boys, we don't really get out that much. We mostly hang out in Fred's basement. And,
No one.
and Fred's like,
Never seen
my
this
mom makes
one."
us sandwiches. And they all
what
kind of
about
look
a
at each other like,
sandwich?
no,
I would
we
take
don't.
a sandwich.
Give me your Groupon for the local tavern. I want.
Okay.
All right. Well, if I have to give over everything, then I
Yeah,
suppose
I
I'll
mean,
just
we don't
give
really
over
have much
everything.
choice.
There's no point in writing it.
If we were at full health, we would have blown.
You would have
them away
blown him away. Yeah,
in
totally.
Literally 3 seconds, but here we are, not at full health. So
And so he like looks at Key and he's like, sorry, but I mean, if you ask around, it looks like it belongs to an inn somewhere.
Yeah. No, I got that far. Great. Well, have a nice time down there. Don't trust any ladies covered in blood. We didn't kill everything, probably. So, like, be careful which areas you go to or whatever, or don't. I don't care if you die or not.
Yeah, and he's just kind of like, okay, yeah, sure, good.
I mean, you guys, we did get that treasure and you're taking it. So I'm not trying to stay polite here.
So he says, you have earned the respect of the worshippers of Tiamat this day, my tiny friend. We will remember your gift and your assistance in returning this treasure to mighty Tiamat.
Cool.
Well, assistants
Cool.
won't buy me a beer or a sandwich or a health potion, but here.
I think it's going to be out of pocket this time November.
And Altus takes the stuff and he turns back to the other cultists and he's like, "Come on, boys!" And they go inside. And they see the door open, the secret door, and they kind of come past you. And as they come in, Fred pauses a second. He's the slowest because he falls off the wall into the bush. Then he has to get up out of the bush and come around the corner.
So here's a question. If we short rest in this bathhouse, when they come back up the stairs holding all those heavy chests and dragging all their encumbering treasure, can we just blow their fucking asses up? Because that would be amazing.
It would be a gamble because it would have to be a full hour of them going down there and getting it and coming back.
I also don't have any.
The chests
hit
are
dice
like
left.
clearly like 50 pounds or something.
Yeah, they would do it in. They do have to do it in like phases. They couldn't all go because there's only 5 of them and it takes 2 people to lift one of those chests. So yeah, they'd go down and get one and then come back. So if you think it would take them an hour, then you could. But you could also try to find them again.
It's not worth it. We'll just leave. I don't fucking whatever. It's
We
cool.
are already pretty rich
Yeah, we've got plenty of
for
money.
level 2s.
Okay, so they go past you. Fred squeezes by like, excuse me, I like your dog. Sorry, pardon me. Sorry about this, everybody. And and he goes into.
Well, at the very least, we can tell the Vanthampers that the cult of Tiamat has a vendetta against
Not to mention,
worth something.
that Captain Zodge owes us gold. So
Yeah, about taking him back to his family. If all of them are part of the cult, which is what they were just saying, if we take their dead son, they know we've been in their lair and they'll probably try to kill us.
which is why I'm saying
Why
the Captain
would this
Zodge.
why would this
Exactly.
man be killing members of his own cult?
Yeah, let's
Battle Royale!
let's talk about the clues that we know, right? Let's talk about what's true. So you found Vaz. You found Vaz and Mortlock fighting to the death. Vaz killed
right. The
Vaz killed
Vanthampers are-
Mortlock, right? Then you found out that the cult of Tiamat wants to kill off all of the Vanthampers, but you don't know why necessarily. So
The employee of the bathhouse says that the Duke and her son are in charge. So
right.
it doesn't necessarily mean that the Duke and all of her sons.
You have a pretty good hand. Yeah, well, when she said her son, you don't know which son she meant either.
and she's got 3. Well, 2 now, but
That's a good opener. Go to her house and be like, excuse me, is this the Vanthamper estate? Lady Vanthamper and her 3? Her 2 sons live here. I've got some bad news for you.
Yeah.
And she
so,
punches you into space.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not telling them that. I mean,
Zodge seems fine. No, that's a good shout, Southra.
yeah.
Also, we
We'll
can't go
take
to the
him to
noble
Zodge.
district because
Right, of course. Bringing a dead noble to the door to the gates would not be the
so
best.
I think our next step, Adam, is talking to Mr. Zodge, right? Like,
Well,
other
so you can go find, because the other clue you have is the key. So
yeah, well,
We
do
have
you
a
want to
dead
go to
body,
Zodge
though.
first, or do you want to go to the inn
No.
and see what's
We
in the
don't-
room before the
The
Flaming
inn
Fists
and-
get their hands on it?
but we don't know where the
weekend
inn
at
is.
Bernie's.
No, but you could ask, right? You could. There are people that are knowledgeable about these things.
as part of a long rest, could we gather information?
No, you have to only rest. Or like
I think
do
we should
very,
rest
very
first
chilled
and
things, like
head
read
into-
books.
I mean, the real issue here is that like we have the corpse of Mortlock Vanthamper that were just hucking around.
I mean, you know, there is
And,
the
like,
there
we
is the
could put a
weekend at
towel-
Bernie's thing, like, oh,
We
he's
could put a
drunk,
towel
like
over his head because we were just at the bathhouse and he got overheated.
Okay, yeah, sure. Why
That
not?
seems fine.
he's
So-
shirtless. He's got wounds on him. You could dress the wounds if you wanted to look like he was wounded and you fixed him, but
I don't
So-
have a health kit.
Corpse to Zodge. Tell Zodge everything except that we've got another lead.
Except for
because
the
that
key,
might
then
be-
find out about the key, then
find out about the key.
Well, then rest and then find out about the key.
That sounds good to me.
So
Okay.
Zodge corpse report, rest key. Boom.
That's a plan.
Okay. All right. So you're going. What are you going to do? You're going to bring the corpse to Zodge.
Dodge, yes.
Okay. Where are you just going to go to the nearest like
I'm
flaming
a fine
fist
Zodge.
and just throw it on the desk?
I'll be like, I have something to report to Captain Zodge. Boom! Corpse on the table in the flaming fist barracks.
All right. And are you going to walk around with this guy with a like his face out in the open because you recognize him at a glance?
Nah,
So-
we'll towel over his face, haul his body. That's fine.
We should have taken the bucket helm.
Yeah, we found this dead cultist. But yeah, you can cover his face. That's fine.
Do they have robes at the bathhouse?
Like a branded,
Like a
robe.
bathhouse robe, like they give
Yeah,
it to
yeah.
the spa.
Yeah,
I took
sure.
the spares. I
Yeah,
have
we'll just
scented oil.
put a
as well.
robe around his very broad shoulders to hopefully cover some of the death wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Put a towel around his neck and like kind of over his head like a hood,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then drag him around Weekend at Bernie's style.
Perfect. I like it. It's good.
Right.
Okay. All right. So you disguise the body of Mortlock Van Thamper, and you leave the bathhouse.
Yes.
And then where do you go?
To the nearest flaming fist, like watch house.
Be
or
a
like,
barracks or whatever, like wherever they have like a little like.
the like nearest flaming fist gathering point.
Okay, so we cut over to we crossfade to the streets of Baldur's Gate. It is like mid-afternoon. It is a chilly day, and we see Sathra, Bryn, November, and Sosrovo and their new friend Mortlock's dead body. As you approach a squat, kind of threatening-looking building, outside there are two Flaming Fist officers smoking cigarettes, leaned up against the wall, who kind of like glare at you as you approach, and yeah, and then there's the big Flaming Fist like sign hanging over the door.
I brandish the badge that I've been given, and I say, "I have something to report to Captain Zodge. Whereabouts might I find him?" Or
Zodge isn't in, but if you wait, he'll be back.
it's sort of a big deal.
What kind of sort of a big deal?
The kind of a big deal where if you don't report it to your boss immediately, you're the one who gets punished.
I like raise the front of the
I'm happy to make an
Owl?
intimidate check on that, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
helping because I think I raised the front of the towel to show like dead lolling face of a noble.
Okay. Yeah, make an intimidate check with advantage, Sathra.
a murder.
Oh, nice. Okay.
26.
So he sees the face and he's like, "Oh gods, that's okay, yeah, you're not wrong. I will go and I will find the captain. Take that inside."
And we do.
Yeah, and he dashes off, him and his friend. Okay, so I think cut to the group of you in a holding room, basically, so that you're with the body. They put the body in a holding cell so that people don't walk by and keep seeing it. And you're in there waiting. You've been in here, a couple of hours. Mortlock's body's not smelling any better than when you got it. You can take a short rest while you wait if you have hit dice to spend.
I'll take it, but I don't have any hit. I have no hit dice, but I get my spells back.
Okay, so take your short rest while you wait.
Nothing.
Yeah. For some of you, it may be, nothing happens. And then the door, you hear keys and then the door opens and you see that same young officer you saw before. And you see Zodge with his ponytail and his eye patch. And he sees you and he looks at the group and he's like, "What in the hell is going on here?" And he comes inside and closes the door.
You asked us to root out your Dead 3 problem, or whatever they're called, the Grim 3.
He nods. I did. And?
Well, we've killed a lot of cultists, and we found the dead body of Mortlock Van Thamper. Slam it on the table.
Yeah, and he looks and he's like, Mortlock's...
We didn't kill him.
He doesn't seem to care.
No.
All that matters is there's a dead noble in his
Barracks.
barracks. Yeah. And so he looks at you and he says, "This is a very dangerous thing to have around. I mean, Mortlock was nobody's favorite son, but You bring them here. If the Van Thampers find out that I've got their dead kid, I'm going to have a lot of questions to answer, and you need to help me answer those questions. So what happened? Why is he dead?
I mean,
He was locked in mortal combat with some Baalite worshiper, and it looks like he broke the necks of several others. So I don't know what he was doing down there, but
Battle
certainly
Royale.
didn't seem to be their friend.
Well, here's the thing. Magic. You could ask him yourself, or
Also true, we could do the same
bring
thing we
him
did
back
last time.
from the dead.
Yeah, fiddling with the dead body of a noble is not a good idea.
Leaving it dead seems to also be a bad idea.
Yeah, well, now you've made this my problem. So I'm going to need some time to figure this out.
You're welcome.
He looks at the body and he says, well, is there anything else?
I believe there's payment due for dealing with your dead 3 problem.
Yeah, that totally.
200 gold pieces, if I remember.
And he shakes his head and he says, No, that was for solving a problem for me. You have only created more problems. This isn't done. And he scowls. You can see him he's trying to have two conversations. A conversation with you and a conversation with himself in his head of what he's going to do with Thalambra's Van Thamper's dead kid. How am I going to, can I just dump him on the doorstep, or how am I going to get him into the noble district? What the fuck am I going to do?
I mean, why can't you just have them pay for a resurrection spell? It's not our fault their son died.
He's like, I know you're not from around here, but that shit is expensive. We're going through hard times right now, even the Van Thampers, so they may not be able to bring their kid back. And besides, it's not about whether he's alive or dead. It's about the fact that he got killed. That's all you know. He got killed by one of these cultists.
That's all that I could tell. It seemed like a sort of ritualistic kind of fight.
We could head back down there. We just need to take a break because
Everything
for some
is
reason,
super dangerous.
yeah, we expected it to be dangerous, but we expected a certain degree of danger finely tuned such that we might be able to feasibly overcome it. Not the case, so it's taking a little while.
He says, I'm gonna need some time. This isn't the end of this thread, and I hate the fact that you're making me pull on it. All right, we got some files in the archive about the Van Thampers. I think.
Oh, you might want to add to your files that the cultists of Tiamat are trying to kill all of the Van Thampers.
Say what?
The cultists of Tiamat are trying to kill all of the Van Thampers.
Yeah, no, I heard the words you were saying, but they didn't make any sense. What?
The Dead
Cultist
Three
Tiamat?
stole a bunch of stuff from the Cult of Tiamat. The Cult of Tiamat is getting the stuff back right now because they ambushed us and we couldn't kill them.
But what in the Nine Hells does that have to do with the Van Thampers?
Well,
That's a very good question. I wish I could answer for you, but I can't.
Because they're part of the cult.
The woman at the bathhouse said that the Van Thampers, or, the Duke and her son, had something to do with the secret underground.
I thought that was clear already.
We haven't told Zodge.
Did we not? Oh.
No.
Yes, they run the Cult of the Dead Three or fund it or something.
That sounds like a guess. Man,
No.
I can't prosecute based on guesses.
Well, there's a dead son inside of their lair. That's some sort of evidence. Look, we can get some more. We have other leads to pursue, but
Well,
we were just telling you now.
We could get one of the bodies of the cultists and ask them if the Van Thampers have ever paid them.
And he shakes his head and he says, your job is not to investigate. You are not investigators. We have people for that. I'm going to send somebody to that bathhouse to look for clues. Now, you did part of what I asked. You killed some of the cultists.
Killed a lot of cultists.
And I am thankful for that and looking forward to the day where I will be able to pay you for your work. But the job's not done yet. There may be more to this. Leave the body with me. I will handle it Do not leave the city. I will come and find you if I learn anything else, which I will. I will get to the bottom of this. And he like stares off with his good eye into the middle distance while in his head, the Captain Zodge theme song plays. And then he looks at you and he's like, what are you still doing here? Get out of here.
Do you want us to go back down there, or is that pot
You
done?
it's an active crime scene. You just stay away from it. If
We put
it's
up the tape and they came in anyway.
and he sighs and he's like, just find yourself an inn, get some rest. You look like shit. You smell worse.
Oh, does Zodge know about different inns in the city? Do you know of an inn that has a logo that looks like a raven or a crow sitting on top of a ship?
It's a magpie.
Oh, a magpie.
It's the mast and magpie. It's a tavern. Yeah.
I've been craving ship magpie themed inns lately.
He just kind of squints you like, you're so fucking weird.
Yeah,
And he says, it's the name of an inn. I've been there once or twice. I don't.
Perfect. We'll go there.
He's not Captain Yelp. Back the fuck off. Captain Zodge, if you could recommend to me several inns rated in order from most popular to least popular. Secondary, they need to be open now and within 2 kilometers of our current location.
No.
I can't get over. I was craving some magpie shit.
It's terrible.
No. If you need us, we'll be there.
And he nods and he says, all right, well, I know where it is. I'll send someone if I need you. Just lie low for a bit until I can untangle some of this. And then we'll get back on track and you get your damn gold. He looks at
Sounds
Southwood.
good. Sounds good.
All right.
Off we go.
And so as you were leaving, he looks at Mortlock and you can hear him saying to himself like, oh, Mortlock, what'd you get yourself into? And you close the door behind you as you leave. So off to the mast and magpie.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So yeah, crossfade again to a bar down by the water. Let's pop over to that sick Baldur's Gate map. So down here probably somewhere. Let's see. Bathos is there. So like here-ish somewhere.
Does it not have a circle?
No, it doesn't have
Or
its
it's
own.
ill.
It's a little built-in one. So down there somewhere, you find yourselves by the mast and magpie. Now it's like many things in the lower city, pretty fucked up. It's pretty like there's a thick layer of sea salt kind of on the front of it. The shingles need replacing. It's not a great place. But someone inside is playing an accordion. And you can hear talking and glasses clinking and stuff inside. It has a second floor, presumably, and it's one of those medieval buildings that's like smaller on the ground floor and then bigger above, so it kind of hangs over a little bit. And you can smell tobacco smoke coming from one of the windows, and when you look up, there are a bunch of like rooms on the second floor.
Well, should we just go straight up and pretend like it's our room, or should we get our own room? And then
The real question is, do we rest or investigate first?
I don't know. I feel like the way today's been going, we head in there, someone's ransacking the place. They also happen to be, I don't know, why not just actually Tiamat in his bedroom sorting through his stuff?
right. So we get our own room and then look for.
We'll do the rest. I mean, we'll do the investigating after the resting.
Yeah,
Sure.
it doesn't seem to be super time sensitive right now. Hey,
I'm
I'm kind of worried that is part of this.
It's in the
Sure.
compendium, so I can just grab it
Oh, okay,
anytime.
fair enough.
Good. Well, I don't have any money.
Don't worry. I stole a bunch from different places. Like I
Wait.
kind of forgot already, but
Wait. You did give me money and I didn't actually give it to you. Okay, I have money. I changed my mind. Okay. I guess we just walk in.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Get ourselves a
normal
room and
tavern.
some food, and then go to sleep.
yeah, I'm gonna get myself blackout drunk.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't have the opportunity because Tiamat breathes fire all over the bar and you die. Oh no. All right. Okay, so you go inside, and yeah, I mean the place is like a seaside tavern, right? There's a slate, like a stage over by the fireplace. On one side there's a bar. You see a bartender cleaning a glass. There's a handful of salty sailors in here, and they're all sitting around listening to an old sailor, big beard, sitting in the back corner. And he's got an accordion, and he as you walk in, he finishes playing a chord, like an ominous chord, and he says, "And that's when I realized I was surrounded. Sahugan to the right of me, Sahwagan to the left of me, and all I had was my cutlass and my monkey. I miss that monkey." And the sailors are all kind of like sitting around listening to this salty dog tell his story. And when you come in, nobody really notices. Maybe you get somebody look over, but for the most part, they're like, all right. Customers or whatever. Yep.
Is maybe ask the bartender. Is there a person?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to get a room and like some food and whatever. Okay. All right.
Just like a montage of resting.
Yeah. All right. So by the time you, I guess you can't take a long rest yet, but you like chill out on purpose. So you hang around in the tap room.
As long as it takes to take a long rest.
Yeah, exactly. So the rest of the day. Meanwhile, Captain Zodge is furiously investigating and trying to be an actual proper soldier. So you rest. The rest of the day passes uneventfully. You eat some not very good bar food. You drink a bunch. You rest. And I think probably we just fast forward to the next morning, right? So you've all rested. The sun has come up over Baldur's Gate, though you can't see it from all the smog and like garbage in the air. It's still rainy, but you have rested. Everybody's at full health again and have all your stuff.
Do you mind if I use some of this time to copy spells into my spellbook? I'll do that in between sessions.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Spend the money.
Yeah, you spend the money and do whatever you need to do and just roll it in Roll20 so we have the rolls for later. That sounds perfect.
I don't think I have to roll if they're from a spellbook. It's only if it's from a scroll.
Yeah, completely makes sense. Yeah, sounds good.
Double check the rules in between.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
You
so
talked about
the next
identifying the crown and it.
Yeah, the next morning you wake up and what do you want to do?
Right,
Check the room with the key.
Head next door. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just.
Yeah, it's just down the hall.
And the portents are
not great.
really bad.
Ooh,
mean,
a
you give
4
them
and a
some-
7 today.
You give them to an enemy. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just not decisive either way. With the
What
7.
do you mean a
which is
4 is
interesting.
not decisive? I'm pretty sure that's a miss.
Probably actually.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We check the room, Adam.
Okay.
I go to the room and I unlock it with my sweet, cool crow masked magpie key.
What's going
Why is
on?
fire happening?
I don't know, because I was looking at animated fire tokens, and this is a dragon breath one, and it looks pretty good.
It looks awesome.
Anyway, Tiamat. Okay, so you walk over to the door. It says on the outside 104, and it's got a lock on it. And you
I
have the key.
unlock the door.
Okay, so you reach down, put the key in the lock, turn the lock, and open the door. And we're gonna cliffhanger what's on the other side right there. You open the door, and we go to end credits. Now I do have some good news for you.
Because we ended the dungeon, we're at level 3 now?
I do have some good news. Yes. You are, I believe, level 3. Let me double
Wait,
check.
did we
Yay!
actually finish the dungeon?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Before you
Thank
move on to the
God.
next thing, you should be 3rd level. So you will be level 3. Someone remind Lauren to level Bryn up to level 3, and you will be level 3 for the next episode. Cool.
Thank God.
So let's take a second before we do shout outs, though I am aware we're like right at the end of our time. So that encounter, even if, and it was so funny watching chat because they were like, oh, this is balanced for 4 people. It's really not.
It's balanced for 8 people. I ran a campaign with 8 people and they totally wrecked it.
So the obviously luck is always a factor, especially early on in levels. But Vaz had 75 hit points. I actually started him.
Jesus.
I cut his hit points by 30 when you started fighting him, so you didn't actually kill. You didn't have to kill all of his health. Vaz has 75 hit points. All the worshippers of Baal have an aura that if you are standing in the aura, unless you have resistance to it, piercing damage is doubled.
What?
Against any enemy in that aura. It gives you vulnerability to piercing damage.
How big is the aura?
The room, it's 5 feet. So anyone within 5 feet of them takes double piercing damage. That's why they have knives. He also has a stunning attack. So he gets 2 dagger attacks and a stun, which I basically just ignored because it was out of control good.
Yeah.
And then the lesser ball lights also have the murder aura. And then they have the invisibility thing. And that room that you convinced the old lady not to open it's full of skeletons.
Full of shit, I bet.
Yeah, it's got skeletons in it. So she was trying to lure someone to be like, we should hide in here. And then be like, fuck her skeletons. There were also 4 more Fists of Bane that I just cut from the dungeon completely. That were in a room that were going to hear you and come running, but there were too many of them.
So this is for level 2 characters.
Yes, 4 to 6 level 2 characters, and even with level 6, even with 6 characters, it's like
even with 6 characters with only that one guy, it's still rough.
yes,
18 damage is just you're down every turn. Like there's no way you can muscle.
It's a lot, and I'm not really sure like how that's supposed to go. Like I'm not, unless you just really luck out. I'm not.
Are we supposed to be taking people with us down there?
Yeah, I don't.
The entire contingent of the Flaming Fist of the city, like.
Yeah, so I don't know.
It's
I'm not
interesting.
sure. I'm not sure what the deal is there exactly, but yeah, it's very intense. It's a very serious dungeon.
Yeah, level 2 character like max has like 20 hit points.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm not.
Yeah, so the thing is like Vaz, the problem is that if you come in after having killed everybody else, then Vaz, there is some instruction that Vaz like retreats to another room, and then you could potentially like heal Mortlock. But I was like, it doesn't make sense for him to run off when Mortlock only has like 30 hit points. I can kill him in 1 turn. So
also like you spend a healing spell on Mortlock, and then like your level 2 character has max like 4 healing spells.
Yeah, like Morlock's pretty good in that fight, but yeah, the instructions to be like, Vaz runs off because he assumes that you're here to like help Mortlock. It doesn't make any sense, right? Like he's evil and he has this guy at a severe disadvantage.
Like you're already winning. Why would you run away?
Yeah, so he just kills him, and then it says Vaz disengages from the fight on the next turn and withdraws to D33, but that doesn't make any sense because if Vaz had higher health, or if Morlock had higher health, maybe. But I was like, there's no way I don't kill him in 2 hits. So yeah, it's a whole thing. It's interesting.
I really want to know what the intention was. Like, did they want to kill this
I bet this makes sense for the group they play tested it with, and like when they were working with people, they're like,
yeah, it's curious. It's one of those.
Point.
It's one of those things that we don't have.
Did they only play test it with one group?
No, well, and that's the thing is, I wonder. Like, I'd love to hear. Like legitimately, I would love to hear. Tweet at me your stories of your own party getting through this thing. If you've played this part of the adventure and you have a story, like I'm not interested in hearing like, oh, you guys screwed it up. It's supposed to be this way. I'm just curious to see like if you got through it without anybody dying or whatever, it being a big deal. What did that look like? Because I'm super curious.
Yeah, because like I would also like to know like what the intention was. Like if they want everyone to die over and over. If they want you to get like more people in your party, or to use the like assist, like what were those stats we used in the 1v1 D&D, those little like sidekicks?
Oh, the sidekicks and stuff.
What if everyone has a sidekick in a 6-person party, maybe?
Yeah.
It would be really cool. I have an idea, and I shouldn't say it on stream.
Let's just save it. Good call. So here's the thing. Yeah, like he withdraws into that room, and it was smart of you to be like, nope, we're not going in there, because all 3 of those statues, I think, have some kind of like horseshit magic effect that like makes it worse, right? So he falls back and uses that, which wouldn't have made it any better. So yeah, it's a weird thing. I'm not sure what the deal is there. So yeah. Also the game, the adventure doesn't offer any advice on what to do if Mortlock gets killed.
If Mortlock is dead.
So like the room, and I'm happy to say this, the room that you are about to enter, that's all me. I have to make that I gotta make that stuff up, right?
You gotta make us find what he would say.
Yeah, so this is the trick about like having clues in an adventure, and this is just a thing that you do as a GM. Like you have to kind of like pick places where there might be like, if this goes wrong, what am I going to do? So yeah, so this next little bit, this is stuff I've come up with to help kind of like pull you back to.
I love those bits.
Pull you back to the thing. So, and that's part of being a DM for that kind of adventure, right?
You gotta sometimes just like.
All right, let's do some shout outs and get out of here because I'm not sure if there's anybody
There isn't.
after us. Oh, there isn't? Okay. Well, then take your time doing your shout outs. Let's start over here with Elf, please.
Hello, friends. I'm Distracted Elf. You can find me at twitch.tv/DistractedElf or on Twitter @DistractedElf, where this morning was talking about LARP stuff. So if you like rants about LARP stuff, you probably get more of that in the next week or so because got another game next week. And Warhammer Total War has been like the game right now. So join me for that too if you like that. So yeah.
Cool. Excellent. I was gonna say Lauren, go next, but there's no Lauren. Dave, why don't you do the next one? Do it.
Sure. Thanks everybody for coming by again. If you'd like to follow my stuff, I'm at Dave_the_human on Twitter, and I've been doing some streams recently when I'm up to it at Dave_human on Twitch. So feel free to sporadically, randomly find those, tweet about them. Oh yes, also today, National Indigenous Peoples Day. That's the holiday that you want to be celebrating, not the other one.
Yes. Happy not that other one, everybody. That's a good call. Thanks, Dave. And last but not least, playing November Solace over on this side of me, it's Blue Jay. Do it, Blue Jay.
Don't forget the ...
Yeah, right. November Solace, etc.
I'm Blue Jay. You can find me on the internet on Twitter at BlueJ_712. All of my links to everything else are there. Also, if you wanted to throw some money at me, I'd appreciate it because my transmission died. So I have you can subscribe to me. You can subscribe to my Patreon. There are many ways, but also fuck my car, man. I'm really upset about it.
Clearly.
It was totally fine. And then I was driving back from Canada and the check engine light came on and the guys were like, oh, by the way, $3,000.
Yikes. That's what happens. Yeah. Well, you can go and help a helpless Blue Jay on any number of those social media places where she mentioned. Cool. Well, thanks for coming, everybody. I have been your highly forced to adapt Dungeon Master. I don't mind. I could see it as being something that's, maybe a little daunting. So if you're playing through Descent into Avernus yourself, feel free to steal anything that I do, whether it's like a silly voice or a characterization or like a solution to a mechanical problem. Part of why I let you see the GM stuff is so that you can indeed steal those things. So please do so. We will be back next time with more Descent into Avernus, and you're going to want to tune in next time because I've got some codes to this very module in the Roll20 Marketplace to give away. So make sure you come by next episode. We're going to give away some codes, and that's it. That's it for us. We're out. So thank you for coming, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.